Welcome to another edition of the show. Donald Trump has been courting young voters by appearing on podcasts with popular online personalities like Logan Paul. Former President Donald Trump made an unexpected campaign stop Thursday, appearing on controversial YouTuber and professional wrestler Logan Paul's Impaulsive podcast. During the episode, which contained a roughly 45-minute interview, Trump urged young voters like Paul's followers to vote for him over President Joe Biden, who he said had a less than 1% chance of joining Paul's podcast. Paul has extended an invitation to Biden to come on the show. Please, before we continue, do not forget to like and subscribe the Impaulsive interview tracks with Trump's continued push into social media as the November election nears. As some young voters have begun to question their allegiances to Biden, Trump has started to appear on popular podcasts and other new media venues. In the past several years, Trump has made appearances with conservative podcaster Tim Pool and YouTubers the Nelk Boys. He joined TikTok at the beginning of the month, and his second post was with Paul, filmed shortly after their podcast wrapped. On Thursday, June 13, YouTuber and wrestler Logan Paul released a near-hour-long podcast episode featuring the former President Donald Trump. The video received over 2 million views in one day on YouTube alone. Paul, along with co-host Mike Majlak, used the opportunity to sit down with Trump and ask him a wide spectrum of questions. Paul and Majlak questioned Trump about the ongoing war in Ukraine and the conflict in Gaza. The former president maintained that the war in Ukraine would have never happened if I were president. And October 7 would have never happened. Trump emphasized how important it is to get along with global leaders such as Vladimir Putin, Jong Un, and Xi Jinping. We were in no danger from them when I was president, and we were in serious danger before I got there. Upon entering the studio, Trump handed his hosts MAGA hats, along with t-shirts emblazoned with his mugshot and the phrase "Never Surrender." Paul remarked to the former president, "You're a gangster." The trio discussed how the Trump campaign managed to raise tens of millions of dollars following Trump's conviction in New York earlier this month. "Fundraising numbers are sort of like a poll, right?" Trump said. "I don't think there's ever been that much money raised that quickly." Trump touched on his upcoming debate with Biden on June 26. He said of the hosts at CNN, with whom he has a rocky history, "I think they're going to try to be fair as they can be. But I think there has to be a debate." When asked if he thought the network would treat him fairly, Trump responded, "I think there's a 10% chance." With the 2024 elections quickly approaching, both Trump and Biden are seeking out Americans to draw into their respective camps. Trump seems to be pushing for the youth vote. A collaboration with Paul worked for Vivek Ramaswamy last year, and it appears to be working for Trump, too. Paul even asked Trump about the possible existence of aliens. In true Trump fashion, the former president segued into a discussion of the border. "Am I a believer? No. I probably can't say I am. I've never been convinced. I know there are illegal aliens out there, but those are the ones that come through the border. We have plenty of them." According to Newsweek, the Trump campaign had approached Paul with a request to get on Impaulsive. Paul has subsequently reached out to President Biden with an invitation to also appear on the podcast to provide his audience with both sides of the debate going into the 2024 election. Biden has yet to respond.